Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 5, Episode 10, our season finale. Lee McDonald Jr.
Christopher, the comeback kid, Woodmansey.
Mark, the Ancient Warrior Merchant.
Still the
And
same.
joining us tonight is the champion of the JB Trio Summer.
Me,
Leeland
Christopher
McDonald
Woodmansey.
Yep, he and Brianna took down Jake and Phil for the championship. They are officially the champions of the summer.
Actually, the handicap took all the teams down.
Nobody gave them a chance.
Not them. They didn't do shit.
Hey, look I gave him a chance.
Yeah, Mark gave him a chance.
I gave him a chance.
Picks.
Why didn't you vote for them to win, Mark?
You know why? Because he was down there working his butt off while you were watching when they were bringing all that equipment into the lanes. And I thought he was worn out. He was sweating bullets. I figured.
You ever heard the saying "work harder, not smarter"? Work smarter, not harder.
Oh, and Camilla's in the background, by the way. If y'all haven't noticed already.
Yeah, it's work smarter, not harder, Mark.
Oh.
I'm talking about in the work. I'm talking about in the workforce. Like, you always want to work smarter, not harder. Leeland was working hard. I was working smarter.
We had our last week of bowling. We had position round for everybody else except for Leeland and Brianna. Their team 3, Gutter Fluffers, faced Team 11, Mind Like a Goldfish for the championship. Whichever team won more than 20 points was the victor. And Leland's team won 24 out of 40. They are officially the summer champions. So congratulations, Leland.
You suck.
Only one's fluffing gutters that night.
Yeah.
Your girl guttered.
Twice.
I have it on video.
It was back to back. Yeah, Chris took a video that night. He is now becoming a director. He made a video a few years ago about him and his wife and Logan taking a trip to the ABT tournament. And hadn't videotaped anything since. We made a new video. There's a JB Trio video out there on YouTube. We're going to post it on our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah. You got to do that. I didn't know if you had posted it yet, but that interview he did with Gary and George.
Yes.
That was hilarious. Gary and George. I mean, you couldn't see Gary or George. You just saw the floor.
Yeah.
You see that?
He had some technical difficulties. He's a brand new director, so let's give Chris benefit of the doubt.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah. Gary, yeah.
Wait a minute. No way. You are just now finding out about that?
Wait. On the interview, all you see is a floor?
Yeah. You're interviewing.
Was a chair in the shot.
That's right. It was a chair.
I thought it was maybe Gary's ghost, or maybe this is where Gary sat.
What? Yeah, like you were interviewing George, and he's talking. We're looking at empty chair.
No, but I was looking at his face the whole time. So it must have been
serious.
It must have been a glitch. It must have been a glitch. It must have been
you an editor.
It was like you were interviewing a ghost.
Oh my god!
I hear these voices.
Chris, live fucking tripod.
It was like if we were watching The Conjuring or what's that other? Paranormal Activity. Yeah. Part 5.
It was hilarious. I thought you were interviewing a ghost.
Oh my god! It was. I can't believe you didn't know about that, Chris.
Yeah, that was funny though. It was.
It was. I'm sitting there like, is my phone messing up?
Well, you had to bring it up, Mark.
It was hilarious.
YouTube channel, and oh my god, you're right. It was corrupted on that spot. It was corrupted. Oh
no.
My gosh!
So
no, I had
to check it out real quick.
I had their face, but like I said, the file was in 4K, so it was hard to upload 4K file. So
was Camilla distracting you again?
The next one's gonna be better.
No, you gotta. Yeah, you definitely got to keep that one out there. That was funny.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're just now finding out. That's hilarious. So, Leland, did you see the video?
Oh my gosh!
So there's a segment in the middle where he interviews George and Gary.
Oh my gosh!
And It must have been a hell of an interview, but I'll be damned if I can see it. It's literally the camera is like, here's the camera, and it just sits there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's on an empty chair. And George is
You're right. You're right. I saw it.
Not the JB Trio's best moment, but
Oh my God.
we'll take a mulligan. It's out there. It's public, so we can't take it back. So
it was the ghost of George Martinez.
It was the ghost of George's past.
Hey, you know what? That video got 30 views. That video got 30 views. So.
Oh wow! It had 30 laughs.
Yeah,
30 laughs.
I might have caught Gary's shoes there for a second.
No, it was the chair that he threw. It was the chair that he threw across the room.
The infamous chair.
The infamous chair that Gary threw. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
The recording went on. We interviewed
Brian
and Cody, but Cody didn't want to show his face or had to edit him out.
Yeah.
We had
Brian and Matthew.
Brian's ultimate shot that he shot between his legs, a one-time shot that got live on video.
So sad.
Y'all have to see that, the in between his legs shot. And then, of course, we did the after interviews of Leeland and Brianna's victory. They got presented their trophies, their hard-earned trophies. And then we did the interview. It was the losers interview of Jake and Phil.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you, it was the saddest interview I had ever seen. Poor Phil. And Camilla's sitting right there, right in front of Jake and Phil. And Phil, it looked like she had to wipe his tears. It was pretty sad.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that? It was. And then, yeah, he had to flick you off a few times.
He did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like, I mean, they must have prepared for this like they were preparing for the Super Bowl or something, because they took it as hard as I've ever seen.
The price you pay for being paparazzi.
Yeah.
Chris, wasn't he bowling you with my handicap as well?
What?
On Friday, yeah.
Oh, practicing? Yeah. Yeah, we go up there this past Friday to see if Chris is up there so I can get the check. And Chris is nowhere to be found, but yet Camilla's up there bowling. What's that about?
I was gaming World of Warcraft with my bros.
What? You were gaming and you let your wife go practice bowling by herself?
Yeah.
Was that Camilla clipping her throat?
Yeah.
What's in her throat? What? Well, that's what he said.
I just heard her clearing her throat.
Oh.
Making noise. Yeah.
He said, "Be quiet. Stop making noise."
No, I didn't.
All right. Last week, it was a hell of a fun week, and we've got video proof of it on YouTube. We're going to post it and forward the link to our Facebook page. And it had some of the highest scores, too. We had our end of the year, we had a 1483 that you guys had bowled a few months ago, of course, against my team. That was beat twice within the last week. Bedrock Bowlerama had bowled the highest, 63, and then Let's Roll, Gary and George must have been the chair shot. They bowled 1527.
Yeah, but you know what? The Bedrock Bowlerama, they did that in Plano, and they just submitted their scores.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
They bowled that pre-bowl in Plano, and then sent you the scores.
We all know they cannot bowl that good and lose.
No.
Oh, damn, Jared.
At least Jerry can.
Jared's going to kick your ass, Chris.
Yeah, Gilbert can, but not Jared.
I'm going to give him your home address.
Unless he bowled with the Flintstone ball all 3 games.
Wow, it could have been, but they both shot 700, mid 700s.
Or wait. Did you check the editing system? Did they edit a lot of scores out?
Oh, a lot of green strikes. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. It could have been a lot of green strikes. That's like when you shot that 300.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of good bowling though. Even Neil. Yeah, Neil had that 290.
Yeah, there was a 290. Neil had it.
Yeah. He fouled on his last shot.
It's like that old episode that said there's a new Neil in town.
Yeah, Neil had 11 in a row and then he fouled.
No, I had a private interview with Neil, and he's told me the reason he bowling so well because he never wants to be not anchor again.
Oh, Neil did?
Yeah.
Yeah, how come he wasn't in the video? Did you edit that one out or something?
Yeah, we didn't have Neil or Kyle on there. That's weird.
I just I just feel like he was with someone.
I was thinking, was that Okay, I was thinking maybe that was another empty chair.
No, he was with someone, and I didn't want to put them on the spot and put them on the camera. So
Are you
I
talking
didn't
about
know.
Neil?
Yeah, I mean, there was another.
Like he brought a
Yeah.
9 up, or like a 9, like how we had before with us.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I
No.
don't. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. There was a couple sitting there with him. I didn't know. I didn't think he
know them.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know, but I just don't want them to be in the video and be weirded out.
Right.
Oh, nobody outside of JB Trios allowed or something? Oh, I don't know, but
I mean, they
do know
are,
who
but
that was,
maybe they feel weird. I don't want them to feel weird.
Yeah.
That they're.
He might. Yeah, and he might have had to get copyrights or something. You know.
Yeah. I don't want to be
He's
infringed on. I don't want to be
before he puts
infringed.
them on.
Yeah. No, I get that though. You know. I mean. Yeah.
Oh.
But I do know who it was, though. It was. I don't know if you guys remember when not we, but when Chris probed Neil really hard. Neil told us the story about when he had bowled the youth league up in the Northeast, and they had that high school team that he shot 300 on, and they shot the team record where they all bowled 700 back in like '86, and one of those guys is one of his old high school teammates. I guess what he was doing in town is they went to that Metallica concert.
Oh, really?
On Neil's
Okay.
Facebook page, he did a selfie of all 4 of his buddies, and one of those guys was the one that's in town that went to the concert with him, and they decided to come out and watch Neil bowl.
Oh, that
makes sense.
That's why he pretended like he didn't know us,
and that's why he bowled better. He bowled better because his pride was on the line.
Yeah, and he pretended like he didn't know us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it was. Maybe
he pretended he was he pretended he was better than me.
We were there trying to say hi to Neil. He gave us the cold shoulder.
Oh,
wow.
And then Mark, I guess, is it like he didn't want to let him know that there's another Northeast guy that come visit or something?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Neil, if you're listening to this, remember JB before BJ.
Oh, well, that's what you should be telling yourself right now.
Okay.
So anyway, we had a lot of good bowling. Neil had the 290, and then your pair, Chris, the ultimate Camilla versus Chris night. How did that turn out?
Amazing, like always. I couldn't make it perfectly myself.
We're talking about bowling now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So
we whooped that booty.
Oh, okay. More bowling. Are you doing that right now? Oh, by the way, okay. Never mind. So
better than his wife.
We took a big 37 points.
Yeah. That was part of the reason why you guys ended up with the most points in the league. So
first place.
That's not first place. Technically.
Yeah, it is first place. Yes, it is.
You got to make the playoff.
It's first place.
It kind of sucks when you end up with the best record and end up in third.
What place did you get, Mark? What place did you get?
We came in fourth.
Okay, exactly.
We came in fourth, but we didn't have the chance to bowl Camilla.
Twice.
That's funny.
So there's a lot of good bowling. Just to run down real quick, we already know Leeland's team beat up on Jake and Phil. My team lost to Mark. Mark's team kicked our ass again. Second time they shot 1,400 in the league. The only 2 times they did it was against my team. So they whipped our ass. That's me and Greg. Chris, as you heard, he spanked his wife, and they beat him pretty good that night. And Neil and Kyle went up against George or was it George? No, it was Neil and Kyle faced
the bros.
Matthew Macy. They ended up losing to Matthew Macy and Brian Brimmerman, 35 out of 40. Even though Neil shot 290, Matthew and Brian, again, just like the rest of the league, shot really good. They both shot 600 that night, and they crushed them. So Neil shoots 290, and they lose. But that wasn't even part of the best bowling of the night. The best bowling that showed up that night was George and Gary. Gary almost had his first 700 ever. He shot like 670 something, and George shot, I think, 690. I think. Let me look back and see here.
And it really was a shame that interview went awry on that.
Oh my
famous
God.
chair interview.
I can't believe that.
They shoot their highest score of the year.
He interviews Gary's
and then
chair.
Chris envies the chair.
Well,
Like, where's his voice coming from? The chair.
well, I mean, it should. You know what? I'm glad it did because it signifies the chair been through a lot from Gary's past.
The abuse the chair took from Gary.
Yeah.
So Gary's team, they ended up taking 30 out of 40 against Ricky and Larry, who subbed in for Jerry that night. Larry bowled pretty good. For their sub, I think he shot 650. I mean, there was 600s all across. The only one that hurt that night was Ricky. He bowled bad. Unlike Ricky, he must have been the podcast, Chris. We were talking about him, I guess. And then lastly was the pre-bowl we had was Team 7 Stay in Your Lane, Bro, against Bedrock Bowlerama. And they showed up, but Bedrock Bowlerama had already pre-bowled because Gilbert's out of town. And when we gave them the scores, they were like, well, we lost. And they actually ended up winning 2 points. I forget who won. But, yeah, they ended up winning 2 points. So it was 38 out of 40 for Bedrock Bowlerama.
That was
Cody was
a
not
tough
happy that night. He didn't bowl so well. Mike bowled okay, but we moved the league to the middle of the house instead of the end, and wanted to get Cody and Mike off that end 31-32 because it had been like it would have been 3 weeks in a row that they bowled on 31-32. So we decided to move the league to the middle of the house. So instead of bowling on the end, we bowled in the middle. That may be why the scores are so good. A fate worse than death. No kidding. 3 weeks in a row, that'd have been torture. But they still ended up bowling and finishing it out. So I was happy about that. So we picked up the check today, me and Chris. We got all the money sorted out. I got them all the envelopes ready for tomorrow. So, and tonight's our season finale of the podcast. So we've come to the end, guys.
Yeah. So what are we going to do tomorrow? We got to do something a little.
I had racked my brain thinking of what we're doing, and to make it fair, and also to make it to where that we get out at a reasonable time. Because I still have nightmares about when we had it 2 years ago now, man.
And then the lights went out.
Yeah, the lights. We've been cursed with our end of the year fun night, our sweeper night. We had the lights go out last year, and then 2 years ago we had the debacle of having everybody stay like an extra half hour, 45 minutes trying to sort out the doubles. So I swore to never do the doubles again because it's just it's hard on a duos league. If it was like 5 on a team, it might not be so bad because you can get a lot of it done while you're bowling. But not when you're 2 on a team. It's just there's too much to keep up with. So I think we might just keep it easy and just do another big mystery score again.
How about we do a singles league?
A singles league?
Mm-hmm.
Like a high game or something like that?
No, like a whole league singles. Like how we do duos, just singles.
How would that work?
Like same way, point system. One person, 1v1. What?
For one night?
Like for the whole league. It's a person. Well, the person who instead of the team name, their real name, and that's what we signifies first, second, first to 10th. And is that doable?
Well, I don't know if that's too doable. That'd be a little bit tough. We could do that.
I don't know. Maybe he's taking some of the drugs that he gave Camilla.
I don't know. That's why I was a little confused.
I mean, like, wouldn't it be cool? Like instead of like counting on your partner to do their job, where you're basically like, it's up to you. You win or lose on your own. Like you don't have to be wary of your partner.
Well, no. What I was saying about being that it's a duos league and running the crossovers is that it's just bowling and running the crossovers is just a lot.
Yeah.
Because having to get up and bowl every 2 minutes basically is just really tough on trying to run a whole duos tournament. I mean, I guess I could maybe think about not bowling and then, oh my God, what the hell was that? Maybe not bowling and then let everybody else bowl and then I could run the duos tournament. That might be something I'll have to consider. But we have some money left over for mystery score. So if you bowl the whole night, you're automatically in. It's $50 for the first 2 games. And I do have some money set aside for Tracy. She does such a great job with the trophies and she takes all of the time to do it. She's done it for the last, 3 seasons. So set aside, I think $40 for her. We'll get it to her tomorrow night.
We've been keeping track of Woodmansey, right?
You know what? I have not. We've been kind of hinting around the Woodmansey. I'm on vacation this week, so I might have to take another look at that.
I mean, we'll just start fresh in the fall.
Yeah, I think we'll do that in the fall.
Yeah,
Start fresh.
Although Mark
Lee,
did win it twice.
yeah, but Lee, I'll say, I don't think it should be on you not to bowl tomorrow to run something. I think it probably should be on the president to not bowl and run.
It might be the president's night to bowl good and win some money.
Exactly.
Maybe especially wasn't that extra is tonight.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So yeah, we'll plan something tomorrow. I know there's going to be a mystery score at the minimum, but maybe we'll do crossovers. Maybe we'll do high game pots. I know Chris has done high game pots with us in the past. Handicap this time, no scratch.
No.
And
No.
we'll see what we can come up with tomorrow night. I got tomorrow off, so I'm gonna try to plan out. If I got some time, we're gonna go. We got some plans tomorrow, but we're gonna see if I can't maybe come up with something before bowling. So it's still in the works, Mark. Basically.
Yeah. Hey, is Leland still listening? Right? Yeah. I want to ask him a question. First of all, Leland, great job this season. I had confidence you and Brianna were gonna want to do it, and I think you turned it around once I started voting for your team to win. You started turning the corner, but. Are you guys? I know that you guys got hitched after league last week. You guys still together?
Official thing.
Your official thing?
Well, you made it official, Mark.
I did. I blessed you guys, made it official. You still are.
That was invested in me.
Wait. Are you saying, Mark, that she is official with Lee only because he's a winner? So if he would have lost, would they have been broken up?
No.
She only dates
right.
winners.
That's why I clutched up.
That's right. She or
did she tell Leland? Did she tell Leland that he would get something if he wins?
No. See, here's the deal. Brianna likes winners, where Camilla likes losers.
Well, I mean, no. If Camilla would have told me something that she'll do to me, like Brianna did, then I probably would have bowled a little bit better too.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I still remember the story where Camilla said you asked her out like 6 times and finally she felt bad.
It was 3 times. 3 times.
It was a pity.
Yeah. It was 3 times. And
it was an attraction out of pity.
Mm-hmm. So wait, Leland, what did Brandon say to make you bowl good?
I mean, I basically told Brianna.
Say it out loud.
No, can you fucking hear me now?
Yep.
I basically told Brianna after the first game, we've been here before. We've been down probably they beat us by 100 pins that first game. And we've been down there before. And after the second game, even though she did throw double gutter in the second frame, she came back at the very end and threw 5 spares in a row. And poetically, the last spare was a gutter spare. So it was just...
Yeah.
Was that night?
We knew we were on the up. We had gotten some momentum. And then the third game, you all saw it.
And I got to say, you taught her well because you're the master of a gutter spare.
Oh,
I know. She did my signature move that night.
You did. You are the master.
And I got it on video.
Yeah, we got it on video. That was just like Leland in the hoodie days when he wore the hoodie and mask.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you got,
season, by the way, her first season, first time ever bowling seriously.
Yeah, great.
Whooped all y'all asses.
It just goes to show that handicap takes you all the way.
Not if you don't bowl your average.
You guys are still a couple, though, right?
You're invested in this, Mark. Thank you, man.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think you guys make a good couple.
We did have that one hiccup where Mark didn't vote for us, like in the the 6th or the 7th week, and we lost that week.
That was the week y'all lost.
Yeah. Exactly, Mark. You didn't vote for us that one night when we needed you.
Yeah, well, you won the league. That's all that counts.
Yeah, no, it turned out okay.
That's right. You got to take.
Shaped up.
We had to humble you. We had to get your mind out of the gutter.
Exactly.
Thank God you didn't vote for Chris's team that night. That was great.
Y'all would have got spanked. Y'all would have got spanked.
Speaking of spankings, so they took first place, Gutter Fluffers, Mind Like a Goldfish second. Third place, Biggie Smalls. Fourth place, We Got Balls. Fifth place, Let's Roll with Gary and George. Flush It, which was me and Greg. 300 Bros, Brian Bimmerman and Matthew. Bulbarian and the Elf Princess. That name. Peyton and Camilla, they took 8th place. 9th place, Bedrock Bolorama. 10th place, Rolling with Mom. That's Ricky and Jerry. And go back. Bedrock Bolorama is Jared and Gilbert. Rolling with Mom, Ricky and Jerry. Ready for AARP, Neil and Kyle, 11th place. And 12th place, Stay in Your Lane, Bro, Cody and Mike. So that is our summer JB Duos Summer League. So that has now officially come to an end.
And I'll tell you, the Bulbarian and the Elf Princess, that almost broke Titanic's record.
First place throughout, I'd say maybe 75% of the league. And then at the very last second, they fall to 5th place. 5th place, which is the very first place you're in when you're out of the playoff. So,
yeah. 3 weeks ago, we had
to face Camilla and Peyton the very fucking first week. Got 0 points from them. It's poetic, you know. It's great how it worked out.
Yeah. It's poetic.
Got 0 points that week.
I mean, it was
second week.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It was crazy. I mean, 3 weeks ago, we were all saying they're going to win. You know, they're right there on top.
Exactly.
They're going to make the playoffs, and
all 4 or all 3 of them had them in our power rankings. So.
Yeah. Well, I just think that they finally realized how to use their handicap.
Yeah.
I think that they finally knew how to use it.
Is Camilla's turn nearby?
No, she went downstairs to put the food up.
Ah, shit. I was gonna enter. I mean, she's that part of that team, so.
Well, when she gets up here,
firsthand what it feels like.
Yeah, she goes by the Woodmansey name now, doesn't she?
The Woodmansey name?
Yeah, like think about it, man.
For tax purposes.
Yeah, I mean, the Titanic had a Woodmansey on it, and now the Bulbarian and the Elf Princess. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
And now it's a Woodmansey and a McDonald.
Yeah, it's like he had to convince Camilla to change her name, just like he had to ask her to convince her to go out with him. It's like, come on, just take the name, name.
And that's why she's gonna be bowling in the fall, so the Woodmansey curse can like differential between the two.
The Woodmansey curse can just like fade away.
Yeah, or be confused, like, oh, there's 2 Woodmanseys now. Like, where should I go?
I see. You want to dump it on her? I see.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I got to say though, this was probably one of the best seasons we've had. I mean, everything was tight.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it was tight. Even going into beat Mark's picks.
Yeah,
wow.
After that July 2nd break, I mean, it was crazy. We took that break, and when we come back, it was I think it was the 7th week, but it felt like the playoffs were already beginning. And so for 3 weeks in a row, everything was like, if you went from last, you wound up in first, then you were in last again. It was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It was a fun summer.
Yeah, really competitive. Definitely one of our most competitive seasons ever, really, seriously.
And Leeland will tell you, they were in last at the beginning of the season before the July 4th break. And they caught lightning. They bowled great back-to-back weeks, and all of a sudden had a playoff berth. And just like any pro that makes the wild card, they took their shot, and they went from the last spot in the playoff to first place.
Yeah.
So, hell of a summer, Leeland.
I still think it's like creative bookkeeping. Creative bookkeeping at its finest.
Every time Chris speaks out of turn, you gotta get that foul noise. I'll need a soundboard for this. I'm surprised you guys don't.
Leland, I'm so happy, or my son, you brought up the foul word. That's another thing that happened this summer.
What? I didn't foul.
Oh, the famous foul night. So
what night?
So to recap, it was Austin and Chris had decided to pre-bowl. Of all the weeks they were pre-bowling was the bowling against his wife and Peyton.
Oh, I would have gone dead.
And Austin, I've never heard of anybody so angry before. So they bowl, and Chris was on I don't know. Did you have them all in one game, or how did it play out?
Yeah, I had 6 fouls in one game. It was a third game. It was a third game. I had a 200 game. In the third game, came across for some. I was rushing myself or rushing my footsteps. In the third game, I bowled like a 150, 120 with 6 fouls.
6 freaking fouls. The foul
He-
night.
He didn't have his. He didn't have his
That's worse than
elf
Leland's
shoes.
gutters.
Yeah.
Oh, the gutter fluffers are the foul stop.
He didn't have his elf shoes with him that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would
Oh my
I would
God.
not have fouled if we just took our time and paced it out.
Oh, wait a minute. You're trying to blame Austin for this?
No, I'm just saying the strategy we're bowling was not adequate.
You keep
I
saying
don't know
we.
that. Yeah, that sounded like he was blaming Austin again.
Oh my God.
No.
You're blaming Austin.
No, nope.
Hey, you know, he
Not
listens to the
Austin.
podcast.
Nope. Austin's a great guy, great bowler. Hope to see him around. But nope.
Yeah, we do hope Austin comes back. He was a hell of a bowler. He is a hell of a bowler. He would do even better in the fall if he stuck it out with us in the fall.
With the right partner.
It sounds like they did break up. So even if he does decide to come back, he's not bowling Chris.
You guys haven't even mentioned
True.
they are changing the lanes as we speak.
Yeah.
Has anybody been there in the last couple days? Are they already making their way up to the 20s? Or
No, I haven't.
I was going to ask Mark. Mark, did you guys bowl the senior league today?
Yes, we did. Yeah, it's. I can tell you down there, the first 6 lanes were 1 through 6. They were using them. 6 teams in our league were bowling on those lanes.
Yeah.
And then they were still working on like 8 through 12. They were working on.
So it's kind of like they split you guys up, huh?
Yeah, they did. And it's, man, I don't know if they're going to be done before by Labor Day. I mean, there's only two guys working it down there, and
Oh wow.
yeah, I would say they were pretty much done with 7 and 8. So they I would say 8 lanes they're pretty much done today. But that's slow, you know. That's only a quarter, right? A quarter of the house right now.
So you're saying they got 8 more lanes because they had
No.
1 through 8 done.
Well, here's the deal. They definitely had 6 done that they've been using, you know, so 6 teams were bowling on the first 6 lanes, but they were finishing up 7 and 8 today. Like, I think 7 and 8 will be ready for somebody to bowl on maybe tomorrow.
Oh,
but
you mean lanes 7 and 8?
Yeah, lane 7 and 8. Yeah.
Not 8 more. Oh my God, you're kidding. They have not got the next 8 lanes done. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was bowling on lane 17 today, and you could bowl. I think there were 2 pairs ahead of us. So on 17, so there was 13 and 14 people were bowling on. They haven't worked those lanes yet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they
should be halfway done by now.
Yeah, there's only 2 guys working, and I think Amber said she's a little concerned they're not going to be done.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I talked to the guy when I went up there to get the check on Friday, and they were still working on lanes 1 through 8. So for them to not even be finished with lane 8, I'd be
they weren't
shitless right now if I was the manager.
Yeah, they weren't finished with lane 8. They're working on 7 and 8 today.
And that was last Friday, and today's Monday. That's 4 days. Yeah. And they only got 8 days left before the start of the fall league. I mean, and they got full house leagues in the fall.
Well, that's it. That's the concern.
Wow.
You know, obviously, I think our league will be fine, but these leagues that got 30 to 32 teams, they're going to be in trouble. I don't see them being done.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. They better start hauling ass. That is crazy. All right, so I hear some giggling. Is Camilla back?
No.
Because I wanted to ask her about when the Titanic bowled this past fall, and they took a hard fall from grace. So what was it about the Bulgarian and Elf Princess team that you guys were in first place pretty much the whole entire league, but just right before playoffs began, you guys missed the playoffs. What happened?
Peyton. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh!
I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Being a former teacher for many years, I completely understand.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm not like that.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. It's official.
I feel bad now.
Peyton bowled like shit, and
It was
Camilla
both.
did bowl.
It was
You did
both.
bowl 600 though.
Yeah, it should have been my night when I bowled Chris.
So Leland's asking how your back's doing for having to carry Peyton the whole season.
It's doing pretty well right
Good,
now.
good.
Chris is working it.
She's used to carrying Chris.
Would you say Chris is working it? But well, I thought you guys. I mean, we did a power ranking, and I know you listen to the podcast, but we all picked your team practically to win the whole league, and then for you guys to not even make the playoff.
Yeah,
If Chris hadn't have said it,
happened.
what was it that he said?
No, I'm just saying Chris did basically say that he thought that we were gonna take it all as well, but then, like I said, Peyton.
Didn't Chris say something else though too? I forgot. He said, "What if y'all missed the playoff?"
No.
Oh yes, you're right. He did say that. He did mention. He's like, y'all were above. I think we're like 80. What did we end up with? Like the point wise, like 218,
something like that.
And we had like 180 something for the past like month.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are at 218, and they.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right.
We were above everybody like up by a landslide, and then Chris had to go and say, y'all should easily take it all. The only possible way that y'all would fail is if y'all basically lost 40 points the rest of the season. And that's basically what we did.
Oh, Chris, you didn't. Oh my God, what a jinx.
Who would have saw that coming? Who would have saw that coming?
Well, of course, Chris, who himself has, or we can call him of the Titanic. You can't call him? Okay. As the kids say, call him. But of somebody that we've had go live on the podcast against Mark's team with the biggest wager and choke on that 9-pin.
Yep.
And then choke on that Greek church from this past fall. It's going to be pretty fun to see what Chris has in store for this upcoming fall.
Yeah, it would be.
That's why he's struggling to find partners.
In life and in bowling.
Yeah.
Here we go with our final Beat Marks picks results of the summer. And what a season, because this is going to be really interesting. Going into the week, I had a 2-game lead on Chris and a 1-game lead on Lee.
Wait, Mark, before we get into it. So basically, his Beat Mark picks was the same kind of like score positioning like our whole summer league. We're all right there close to each other.
Yeah.
One week can change everything.
So Beat Mark's picks just went like exactly how it went for the bowlers in the summer.
It did. Exactly. This was probably one of the most competitive Beat Marks picks. Usually I blow you guys away and then it's between you and Lee for second. But this was tight, and Chris pulled a 5-win, 1-loss week.
Wow. Oh my God. And he got his lock too. We did locks for last week.
Okay. And his lock, was his own team scoring 37 points for the win.
Oh my God.
And then Lee, your record, 4 wins, 1 loss. That puts you at a dead tie with Chris.
Oh my God. Now, what we didn't explain what was the locks meant that whatever point total that lock team won, that was your tiebreaker. So that was the one thing I forgot to mention last week is when you pick your locks, you pick their points. So whoever wins out of the most points, Chris's lock was 37 friggin' points.
And Lee, you had Let's Roll for your lock.
And they took 35.
And something. Did they get 35? Yeah.
It's 30. No, it's 30.
They got 30.
So I won, but my friggin' team only scored 30.
So that puts Chris ahead in the tiebreaker there.
Yep.
My record for the week.
All right, here we go.
3 wins, 2 losses. That puts me a tie. So all of us had the same record at 29 wins, 31 losses. Wow. My team for the tiebreaker was Bedrock Bowl-O-Rama.
Oh no!
They take 30.
Oh wow!
It took 38 points.
Oh my god! So that means
I still
oh my god!
hold the title.
This is so
Oh
stupid.
my
So
god! Mark's
stupid.
team wins by 1 freaking point.
And thank God, Bedrock Bowl-O-Rama pre-bowled in Plano.
Wow! I
That
can't
would've-
believe it.
That would have
We all
never
tied
happened.
and it came down to the locks.
Yeah. All tied, came down to the
That
locks.
is so freaking crazy. Oh my god!
So
Yeah,
I
Chris,
actually took second place.
Yeah, you did.
literally
Yeah.
took second place.
Oh, suck it, Lee.
Yeah, it's the first time you weren't in last.
Yeah.
But that's
But-
the whole. It was competitive all throughout, though, both in the league and
But we
And
all tied, though. We all got 29.
We all tied.
God
all tied.
damn.
What was the overall score?
29 wins, 31 losses.
Oh man, we should all take the L for that since we
Yeah,
couldn't even
we're
break
all under 500. Yeah,
That's
all of us
crazy.
under 500.
Damn.
I want to
But-
take full responsibility for Mark winning.
But you gotta admit, come
No
on,
one
my
believed in my
I
team
should have took the
except for
win
the man
because
himself.
I came back to tie it with a 5-1 record. Come
Yeah.
on.
Wow. But Chris, in the ultimate Woodmansey fashion, come down to the 10th frame of the third game and once again could not overcome Mark. Why does Mark always have your number?
It was actually that. To be honest, this was an awesome fall because his 10th frame he left at 8. Okay, and then Peyton freaking tied him by 1 pin. So if Austin would have got 9, he would have beat Peyton by 1 and took 38.
Oh God!
But no, he had a tie. Peyton tied Austin in the third game.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
had
That's
split to
right, he
1
did.
point.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
did.
Austin's fault again, just like in the fouling.
No,
So it's Austin's fault. Oh, I see. Okay. Chris
I'm
had
just
nothing to do.
saying. No, that's not his little thing. He's making me.
Hey, is that a sound effect or is that something that's real in the background? That almost sounds real.
Mark, you need to get a buzzer sound.
So once again,
Damn it.
Mark Merchant is your winner of the Beat Mark's Picks award,
By default.
and it still stays under Mark's name next
That's
year.
right.
By
Thank God.
default.
Beat Mark's Picks. Man, that's 3 seasons in a row, Mark. You're like the Green Bay Packers almost.
No, he should be worried though. We're getting better and we're getting closer to take
Well, that's
it all.
true. If the competition's moving up, we're learning how to get close to Mark at least.
Yep.
Wow. That's incredible. Well, it's a good thing Mark didn't pull the biggest choke job ever. That would have been
Right? It'd be another
That'd have been
Titanic
pretty
story.
bad.
Yeah, it was for a minute there. I thought I did because of Neil's 290. I thought that team wasn't going to pull. Didn't pull it out. Didn't.
Yeah.
The team I bowled against Neil's team. I think it was.
It took Bedrock Bowl-O-Rama bowling 1,500 for a duos pair to clinch it all, and they won 38. Chris's team won 37.
Wait, are we even counting post bowl? Do we count those? I mean, come on.
Yeah, we still count those. Those count.
We shouldn't.
Well, you're the president. You can make that change.
All right, I veto it. Go. Done.
Too late. It's already in the history book. So Mark is the official winner of Mark's Picks again.
Leeland, you still suck.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to beat me in a fall league. Too many weeks.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, too many weeks.
I'm telling you. So there you have it. There's Beat Mark's Picks. He won again. So good job to Mark. Bowlers of the week last week include Jared Gallegos. He said, stuff it, Chris, or whatever. So he won 168 pins over his average by bowling 735. Good job goes to Jared. Honorable mentions to Gary, who came close to bowling his first 700, 121 over, and George Martinez 110 over. So all great bowling. Even the ladies, Camilla bowled good, but Brianna beat her. She was bowler of the week for the ladies with 41 pins over average. So
I told you she's a natural.
So kudos to Brianna winning bowler of the week.
Is she coming back in the fall?
Good question, Leland.
Yes, I'm like 90% sure.
That's confirmed.
What team? What team?
Chris is looking for a bowler.
If she does come back, would you like to be on our team?
She's already committed to a team.
No,
I am not.
Uncommit.
Wait, Leela, are you saying you want Brianna, Camilla, and you on one team?
That's
because Brianna bowls like you, Camilla.
Okay, if that's ever happened, you better name your team the handicap team.
We were actually thinking if you would join his team. So if by chance Jake and Phil don't work out, that if you wanted to bowl with Leeland, Brianna, and yourself, but I know you could never bowl on the handicap.
No, I would never be seen like that. I would never be seen like that. Never.
They could use a 189 bowler.
I would never be crossed dead. Never be caught dead on a handicap team.
I remember when there was a certain young man that joined the JB Trios for the first time, and he pissed off everybody because he kept getting 40 to 50 pins every game, every week. I think that was not too long ago. Who was that young man that did
I don't know. He sounded like a dick.
That's what your wife said. Oh, I mean, wait. So, yes. All right. So just to go through some awards that we had for year to date, out of handicap game for the team was Bedrock Bowlerama. Scratch game, 536 for duos. That's pretty amazing. And Bedrock Bowlerama did the same with the handicap, 572. And, of course, Bedrock Bowlerama did the same for the series. They did 1455 scratch, which for two guys, 1455 is pretty badass. And they bowled 1563 with a handicap. They took the high for the year. We had a couple of 300s. Peyton Estes and Brian Bimmerman had 300 games for scratch for the men. Brian had taken high game handicap for the men, 333. And Austin, Chris's teammate, had shot high series of the year, 747.
Woo!
So good for Austin. Jared Gallegos just finished shooting 700. But with the handicap, turned into 816. So he took high handicap for the men. And the first lady of the JB Trios, wife of Chris Woodmansey, Camilla, who's been honoring us with her presence tonight. She bowled 223 high game scratch for the ladies and 272 handicap for the game. High series as well with her 600 she bowled a few weeks ago. So 622 high series for the ladies and 763 high handicap game. So good job, Camilla.
Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Didn't Austin shoot the 747 when Chris wasn't there?
I was there.
I was there. Yeah, I think
I was there.
Right, actually.
No, I was there.
The Bowler of the Year award, we typically put the person that did the most over their average for the highest pins.
Thank you very much.
We might have to change that in the fall to whoever wins it the most. But for right now, it's still the same rule. Jared Gallegos, who just finished bowling 168 pins over his average, is Bowler of the Summer. So he bowled 168 pins over. And then a few weeks ago when Camilla shot that 600, she bowled 121 pins over her average. So for the females, she is Bowler of the Summer. So good job, Camilla. And now for the three most important individual awards: high average, most improved, and high points. So the high average honors for the male, there was kind of a tie. Peyton Estes, who crushed it most of the summer, is 211.42. I unbelievably actually made it to 211.15. So if I had to take second place honors, I'm happy to do it for Peyton. But we both got 211. Honorable mentions to Gilbert, who finished with 210, and Ron, who finished with 209. For the ladies, Miss Camilla, 171 average. Wasn't too long ago. I remember she was my partner for a summer and averaged 150, but now she's 170.
Yep. I taught her well. I know.
Yes, you did.
I learned from the best.
Yeah.
171.2. Good job. Good job.
Leeland was choking over that.
Yeah. No, that was me.
Oh, yeah.
Grabbing a quick drink. All right. So now, most improved bowler. goes to Leland McDonald III.
Oh my
Mr. Champion.
Sandbagger.
Congratulations.
9.18 pins
He doesn't
higher
deserve it.
from when he first started.
Sandbagger.
Oh yeah, I just want to thank my dad. And
Yeah, right.
Mark for always believing in us.
You ought to thank your dad because I was in second, 9.15. Another second place that I would be happy to take second if my son took first. So kudos to Leland. And of course, whose name is everywhere on this Best of Ladies, Camilla Woodman's the most improved bowler, 6 pins above her average from when she first entered. So good job, Camilla.
Like as Chris says, as Chris said, definitely creative bookkeeping here. Definitely.
I think so. Then now, person who in my book should be considered the MVP of the league.
Oh, Lee, you don't have to.
Me?
Yeah,
Is it me?
I think we're going to coin this.
Lee, you don't need to put me out there like that. Come on.
This is the person that wins the most points for their team. So
thank you.
The individual person that wins the most points, I believe, in my book, should be considered the MVP of the league.
Yeah, me. I know. Thank you.
And that person that won.
Thank you. I'll just say my speech now.
The most guys, individual
it's very hard to come out there and bowl every day and beat y'all, but I'm proud to do it.
Are you talking to us or Camilla? So the most points won out of an individual was Leeland McDonald III.
Oh my God!
54 points. So that officially makes him the MVP of the league.
So this is bookkeeping. Bookkeeping.
He's bowing.
Great bookkeeping.
And
bullshit.
And kudos to the second place finishers. They deserve to be in second. They're the first losers. Myself at 53 points tied Mr. Woodmansey 53 points, finishing 1 point behind Leeland.
Wait, I got 1 point behind Leeland? This is bullshit.
1 point behind Leeland.
This is bullshit.
1 point behind Leeland.
Oh my gosh.
And Camilla Woodmansey won 46 points for her team. So she is the most valuable bowler of the ladies. So she pretty much swept all the ladies categories. So good job, Camilla.
Camilla, I can't wait till we get our medals. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And drinks on
MVPs.
And drinks on them.
MVPs of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our first, I think this will be our technically our first annual celebration of our MVP award. And there you have it. Leland just exited the building. Well, we have come to the conclusion of the podcast. We've come to the conclusion of the season 5. Hell of a season. Maybe people look out for the person that's taking up directing, who's going to start videoing us.
Yeah. Yes, it's going to be a lot better. Like you said, per video is going to be a lot better than the next one. But also keep in mind that they may be an elite free agent player for a lucky team out there.
A very lucky team.
Or we could be looking for a new president.
But that's a possibility too. But the lucky team will be honored with this guy's presence, and this guy is unbelievable.
It could be. It could be. Leland's back, as you can hear.
I'd love to have you on the team.
Of the summer, we gotta wait till next summer to be throwing me, y'all. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Leland, you still suck. Regardless of anything that happened today, you still suck.
Champion, but the MVP.
See what you did, Lee? This is what you did.
He's really the him.
Bookkeeping, I love it. Keep the same staff on.
Oh, what have I created?
Yes, this is all your fault, Lee.
No, it is.
Blame Chris's goading and being shitheaded to me every single week. Gave me the fire I needed. Be the MVP of the league. You gotta wait a whole another fall league just to be throwing me.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna take a week off, but we'll be back in 2 weeks for season 6, episode 1.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for enjoying this podcast for the Summer League of the JB Duos. Please follow us and continue to follow us in hearing our podcast for the Fall League. That you will see me on a new team, a new journey, a new adventure, to first place, a new look. No more Titanic, no more failures this time. Where I'm going to take it all the way. So please back me up. Follow this podcast. Follow my story. Fuck Mark Lee. He's out there. And if you don't come back, follow this podcast. You don't listen to us. Remember, you will be a Leeland, still sucking in bowling.
Remember to come back and visit your champion and current MVP of the Summer League. I know you're going to want to come back and listen. Because when I take champion and MVP next summer, it's going to be great.
Wow. What have I created?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
You know what? He's going to stick at the lanes and break an ankle and be out.
Break an ankle. The first injured bowler. Yeah. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you at a personal level. Appreciate y'all listening. Appreciate our fans. I know there's not many of them, but we appreciate you anyway. So thank you for listening, and we'll hope to see you joining us in the league or joining us on the podcast.
Yes, later.
Perfect. All right, guys. We
keep a lookout for the YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
The Bowling Life.
That's right.
Please tune in for more chair commentary.
Yeah.
We are gonna...
Watch.
Get a hold of Chair Part 2.
Chair commentary. Oh, that's funny.
All right. I had a lot of fun, guys. We'll see you later.
Later.
All right. Take it easy.
See ya.